supreme rising, abundance and gratitude to all. Supreme rising. Supreme rising. I just got off work. Been at work since 3 o'clock yesterday. Just got off work. Supreme rising, supreme rising. Let me get into this real quick. Woman, child, and man, cosmos and earth, eternal light, each one reach one. This is how we grow. I see you, my brothers and sisters. I just want to say, like, I told y'all Red October was coming, right? And listen, it ain't about me. So let's just make this very clear. Forget Kala. It ain't about me. It's what the cosmos is saying. It's about the times that we are in the signs. So when people be speaking about, oh, they prophesied this inside the Bible. No, they didn't. Let me explain something to you. Extraterrestrials wrote the Bible, wrote all the religious books. Oh, they prophesied all this back in the day through religious texts. No. If I got you hooked on to my program, then I can predict the outcome. So if I can predict the outcome of the program that I got you hooked on, is that really a prediction, or is that my program and you're a slave to it? Simple as that. So think about that. No one is predicting the future. We've been through this many times before. So a lot of us, damn, I ain't had no hiccups at all. So a lot of us that was down here, my hiccups been gone. I don't know what's going on now. Anyway, a lot of us came down here that been through this many times before. That's why when we speak to somebody, we actually sound foreign to them. We actually sound like, yo, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Whether you talk about extraterrestrials, when you talk about different forms of species on this planet, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you talk about people playing with God, people playing with genetics, people creating a whole group of people. Yeah, and it's all based off the program that you have accepted inside of your computer. Simple as that. All the program that you allowed to be downloaded into your software. That's just simple as that. So if you believe that God was on a planet and he created all living things. One individual created all living things, and then he stepped away and then came back 12,000 years ago and didn't speak to none of us, but spoke to one of them and told them to abuse us for something that we don't even know about. So again, that right there in itself is an extreme case of mental illness. Now let me get over to this Hamas and Israel thing, Red October. I already told y'all, just because it's not Red October on your block, just because it's not Red October in your neighborhood or city, doesn't mean it's not happening. And what it is you just can't see what's going on in your city or the nearby cities that is going to affect your cities. That's all it is. So you sit there and you can sit back and think, oh well, you can sit there and say, oh, I thought it was gonna get crazy. What do you think happening right now over there in Gaza and Israel? Let me explain something to you. Do you not know the way that they so-called invaded Israel was similar to how Christopher Columbus came on the shores of America? And supposedly they went from house to house. Now let me just tell y'all so we can be all on the same page here. Some of that shit is fake. And then a lot of that shit was orchestrated. And this is where Alex Jones come into play. See, Alex Jones is a plant. I told you a lie tastes good to a thirsty heart, because all of these people that are so intelligent that can get all this information about the deep state and the government, none of them want to talk about genetics and how the fuck they got here. None of them want to talk about that. You got to think about something. All of these people that are intelligent and speak about the deep state and how the government is lying to you, how they setting you up and how they want to put you, how they want to vaccinate you and how they want to kill you and how they want to do. They have been doing this to so-called black people in America, in Africa, in South America, in North, for the longest. Through the Caribbean. So listen, Alex Jones was placed there. He was placed there so that conspiracy theories, people can fold up and keep their mouth shut off of social media. That's what, notice when he got found guilty for saying Sandy Hook was a fake, look how many of these so-called his peers started being quiet about certain topics and certain issues. 9/11. Shh. See, these people are so intelligent. They can get, oh man, it's the Rothschilds, it's the Bilderbergs, it's BlackRock. You understand? They know all this. But then you say to them, well, how did you get here? Who put them there? See what I'm saying to you? Nobody wants to speak about genetics. No one wants to deal with DNA. No one wants to deal with the history or how they became the living organism that they are today. Nobody wants to do that. That's all across social media and all the intelligence, all the so-called intelligent other races of people that has a problem when on social media providing their biological identification to the planet. And as long as we allow people to sit there and say they're us, guess what? They're us. But the sun is saying, let me tell other races of people, you ain't got to prove to Kala your right or your existence on the planet. You ain't got to prove that shit to me. The hell with Kala. You know what I'm saying? You got to prove that shit to him now. You see? You got to prove that shit to the sun. You ain't got to prove it to me. You got to prove it to my big brother that's shining bright in the sky now. The hell with Kala. I don't give a damn what he said. He can talk about DNA all he want. I don't have to mention that I got monkey DNA or I already felt internally I don't belong here. And the more that I speak about my genetics, especially with someone that's trying to awaken his people or enlighten his people to the fact that there are a group of people on this planet that does not naturally belong here. So I don't want to talk about that because my people unnaturally did some horrific, my bloodline did some unnaturally horrific genocidal shit to their people. And I'm living off of it. So therefore, I don't have to mention that. It makes me feel uncomfortable to speak about genetics. Because, see, everybody knows deep down inside their rightful place. To be honest with you. You just been disobedient. See, as a kid, I knew when I stole that cigarette out my motherfucking aunt's pocketbook, that Newport, that Newport. So, as a kid, see, we curious because, see, we don't study anatomy. We don't understand genetics and we don't understand how the brain is developed. So, as a kid, but I heard that voice in the back of my mind that said, no, don't do that. But you know what I did? I did it anyway. I stole that cigarette. My grandmother was gone for the day. My sister was outside. They was all downstairs. I stole a cigarette out of the pocketbook. I went up to the 3rd floor, out the back window, and I called myself lightning and taking a puff. Cause I like my aunt. So I wanted to do some of the things my aunt did. She was doing adult shit, grown shit, smoking cigarettes. She'd have a little drink. Shit, let me smoke a cigarette now. That's my auntie. Shit, I smoked that cigarette. I almost fell out the 3rd floor window. I got so dizzy, ready to throw up. Now the whole time my inner voice is saying, don't do it. Don't do it.
And I did it anyway. So we being misguided. But internally, that voice has always been there. Has always been there. So other races of people already know. Oh, when Kala speak about genetics, oh, he just wanna, he makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm already uncomfortable on this planet. And then I'm uncomfortable with knowing what my bloodline has done and continue to do to these people. And this is their planet. Not one scientist or biologist has told you how they make water. Not one of them has told you how they make grapes with seeds in it, watermelon with seeds in it. Not one of them has told you how they can make a cucumber, because they can't do it in a lab. But they got you earning a living on a planet that provides everything for you. So we in Red October. And listen, the next October is going to be even redder than this. That's why I believe everything is going to start to have a little domino effect just happening. And for the shutdown, you know what that 4 or 5 is, right? 9. You know what Donald Trump was, what? The 45th president. You know that, right? Okay, so let me just make this very clear here to you so you can be so we all can be on the same page here. The shutdown never was stopped. It was just a stopgap. So just so that you know. And the same shit, when did Christopher Columbus supposedly went into did all that slaughtering here in America around Thanksgiving time? And then what you got over there in the middle and over there with Israel and the Palestinians. You see them going up on the shores the same way that they did us, my people. See, they have a fine way. This entity has a fine way of getting their own species to literally slaughter themselves, but reenact everything that they have done to us. That's all they doing. Everyone forgot about Ukraine, right? Sure did after what happened just now. Everybody forgot about Ukraine. Still going on. Now you got America going to be, this is all being strategically done. America's being spread thin. Spread thin, completely thin. Everybody who has all these issues and all these problems today on why they can't get along, why they can't respect one another, why they can't value and appreciate one another, why they feel entitled, why they feel like why they so ungrateful. Everybody that got these type of feelings today, they will not have them tomorrow. You see the food prices. You see everything going up. You see the rent now. You see things happening. The fashion district downtown here in Philly shutting down. Nope, everybody's oblivious to this. That eclipse is happening on the 14th, and another one is happening in April of 2024. Everything is going to increase 3 times fold going forward. The weather, the intensity from the sun, which is happening right now. Everything is going to increase 10 times fold now. For those that couldn't pick up what the cosmos was putting down. You couldn't smell what the sun is cooking. You weren't picking up what the universe was putting down. So now it's time. It's time. Absolutely. Everybody forgot about Maui too, didn't you? They didn't tell you about all the children that went missing over there during those fires. They didn't tell you about that, did they? All the children that just so happened to go poof, disappeared. Forgot about that, huh? There will be wars and rumors of wars. There will be disease, famine. Oh, let me record my brother in the sky. I ain't record the sky in a minute. I ain't do an update in a minute in the sky with the blue Kachina. I'm gonna do that today. But it is what it is, my people. It's either you ready or you ain't. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And for those that want to continue to call me, other races of people, you want to call me racist. You can't call me racist no more. You done ran out of that card. You done ran completely out of that. You can continue to look at me like that all you want. You don't know how many people, listen, let me say this to you. I'm down Center City, where nothing but white folks. You would think when I'm down there that I would be getting, that the white folks would be like, yo, they either don't say nothing to me or they have the utmost respect for me. If you don't respect yourself and value and know yourself, don't expect nobody else to do it. I'm so happy about the people that I have encountered. And to talk to real white people or other races of people that knows the truth, that have accepted the truth, that have looked me in my face and apologized to me, have got down on their knees and put their head on the ground. I'm like, whoa, bro, like, listen, you don't never have to bow to me. I'm nobody. I'm somebody for the cosmos, but I'm not nobody to be, I'm not into no shit. I would rather you go bow your head to some honeybees. Go to a nest of honeybees and bow your head and give thanks to them. Go bow your head and give thanks to a tree. Not to me. Seriously. I'm not into that. I don't need that. This is our home, man. This is nothing that they can do about it. And this is only going to increase expo. I told you about the radiation levels. Everybody's kicking up the radiation level. Oh, Kalal, yo, the sun. This ain't about a fucking chain and a whip. And I want y'all to know this. I done told y'all this over and over. This is not about being angry and being vengeful, that you want to fuck somebody up. This ain't about that. You see, what you don't know is that you don't know how people always realize how you really beat or get rid or hurt the soul or the spirit of a no good, selfish, insensitive, entitled, psychological, mentally disturbed mother French toast Negro. You know how you get these entities back? We get our babies back. This ain't no war. When you look at the tree of life, all you have to do is look at the arteries, the smaller arteries. You have veins and you have smaller arteries, aka circle of Willis, that has blood and oxygenated rich blood and sugar that is flowing to your brain, being pumped through the valves of your heart. And when you look at the tree of life, when you look at a tree in the summertime and it's full of leaves, full of fruits, it's fluffy. That's your cells. That's your neurons. Every tree, every grain of grass has its own energetic signature, meaning it has its own consciousness, and every last one of them are connected to each other and have a conversation. This is why this asphalt is placed down on the ground, to break the connection. And the same for us. Hold on, my people. Oh, I thought that was somebody. They don't even bother me. I'm double parked. They be like, man, I'm gone. So I would say, yeah, Red October. You see what's happening. You see what's going on around the planet, my people. You see what's happening. I mean, it's not like I haven't told y'all this. The Schumann resonance that affects human consciousness, human biology. It is what it is. I done told you, your brothers and sisters in the sky, we are not supposed to be in violence. We're supposed to be taking care of our children, and by any means necessary, the first thing that we supposed to resort to is intellect. The second thing we supposed to resort to is our collectiveness of our intellect with one another. Individual intellect and our collectiveness. And then if we need to be violent in order to protect our species, our consciousness, then that within the universe and all energy is behind us. This ain't no war. This ain't no physical war. It has never been a physical war. It's getting ready to turn physical. You know why? Because all that we have turned a deaf ear and a blind eye to, we are have to witness on the planet now. All the toxicity that we were happy with, no matter what it may be, we were happy with. We have to see it at its highest capacity. Absolutely. This is what we're getting ready to face as a group of people. See, nobody over here in America had to flee nothing. Nobody had to flee. See, the women and children in Gaza right now, they fleeing. You didn't have to do that over here yet. You didn't have to hear screams and hear crying and fighter jets flying across your head and bombs and buildings blowing up. You haven't experienced that yet. So what do you do when you want a group of people to do nothing but outright perform some of the most lowest vibrational acts? What do you do with those people? You feed those people poison. You get these people to be consumers. You get them to eat all day long. You get them to use their state of depression. You get them to take their state of depression out on sex, food, shopping. And then the food that you are giving them is putting them more in a state of depression. So it makes them more consumers. It makes them more say, damn, I don't have enough. Or when I get something, I can't make it work with this person or what I have. See, the car that I got, because it's not a BMW, I don't feel comfortable driving it. But it's a car that can get you from A to B. And saying, you know what? I can wash this motherfucker. I can put some new tires on here. I can work my way. I can build my car up. See, nobody wants to do that when they meet a partner or they have something that is not a value of the world. So those type of people that can't see value in anything and always need to be consumers, always need to practice hypergamy. Oh, those type of people right there, they can't get enough. They can't work with what they have. Easily influenced. Those type of people right there. Those the ones that will not go forward. Those the ones you will see. So I tell you, like we can all sit back and we can, we can think things a joke all we want. But what's happening is other races of people don't know that they're being slaughtered. They're setting themselves up. They're being set up to slaughter each other because they don't naturally belong here on the planet, and our people are doing nothing but we're being set up to embarrass ourselves to our brothers and sisters in the cosmos. That's why transgender homosexuality is such a big thing right now. That's why they promote infighting amongst each other. That's why Sexy Brown is being promoted. People like her, Cardi B, and a bunch of others are being promoted in the black community, especially to our youth, to literally degrade themselves. And this is an embarrassment. This has nothing to do with enslavement. This was an embarrassment. And the people that are what you would consider the educated, the leaders of, no matter what cell you are, prokaryotic cell or the eukaryotic cell. The question is, for the prokaryotic cell, which is my brothers and sisters, a single cell organism, how is it that we are allowing the same bloodline that pulls some of the most genocidal acts, heinous genocidal acts on our children, women and children, experimentations in their medical system, which is one of the leading systems. Matter of fact, their medical system is the leading. Y'all think their money comes from through their, y'all honestly think money comes through their, when they get oil and all that other shit. Yeah, that's something too. But their main money is through their medical system. I got to keep studying these individuals so I can keep them down. And also where do I can build electronics off of their anatomy. Their medical system all comes from their economics, their real economic system comes from anatomy. Your football players, your basketball players, all of them, when they get injured, what happened? All of that comes from anatomy. That shit don't got nothing to do with nothing else. The biggest scam is to make you think they really get their money from oil refineries and diamonds and all. No, you're the diamond. We're the diamond. We're the oil. We're the gasoline. Where are the minerals that they need? All of those minerals in here, all of those minerals in your melanin, neuromelanin, your soul, the sun produces that. That's what we do. We produce gold. So you really think they making money off of basketball? They making money off of football? No, nigga, they making money off your ass being poisoned, going inside those hospitals all the time. That's what they doing. They making money because when you want to, even you're athletic, when a football player get injured, who you see standing over top of them? All white folks. Oh, your knee need to be replaced. Oh, you just tore your ACL. You know what I'm saying? You just tore your Achilles. You tore your pectoral muscle. Huh? What are you talking about? Everything comes through anatomy. Shit ain't coming through nothing else. And my people that's so intelligent, the prokaryotic cell, how the hell you not see this? How we are not promoting and pushing to our mothers and women to bond back with one another and teach our own children. Why we not doing that? Why we not pushing this? You know why? Because let me explain something to you. And I don't mean no harm, call it what you want. Niggas want their phallus wet. Niggas in competition with one another. See, it's okay to be in competition with one another because steel sharpens steel. But we in competition with one another to the point that we're not even sharpening each other's steel. We're just getting our phallus wet. That's it. Call it what you want. There is no way in the world that we can, as a species, that we can ever say we are winning anything when someone else is teaching our children. It's no way in the world. It's virtually impossible. If hyenas was teaching lion cubs, a lion cub would never know it's a lion cub because it'll think it's a hyena because the hyena is the one that's raising them. Sacred exchange energy. That is sacred sex is a healing energy because semen has endorphins in it. It does. It has antioxidants in there, and it also has endorphins in there that relieve stress. Yes, it does. This is a lot of, the reason why women, this is no lie, the reason why women are stressed out amongst each other, and this is what we don't realize, and I'm ready to say this and watch people get mad at me for telling the fucking scientific biological truth. Why you think it was a law? It was a law to rape you. So just so that you know. Not only is it in their habit to rape you, but it was a law to rape you. So now when you have fucked up semen inside of you, you understand what I'm saying to you? You have a messed up disposition in life. This is why when women, when they get a certain age, they stop having sex with men, they all of a sudden start becoming peaceful because of the niggas that you're sleeping with. You're no longer, you done got all that energy up out of you. If you sleeping with a nigga that's thinking about killing and shooting all, he don't have to tell you. Just be like, yo, let me give an example. You got a lot of coward dudes out here, but in their mind, they're murderers and killers. So they done program all of their blood cells that they're murderers and killers. Or they Moneybag, or they Lil Wayne, or they Drake. They done program this. What you think about, you program your cells to become in your environment. So now you Drake, you Lil Wayne, you Fatty Wap, and all the rest of them in his mind. But when he around you, you don't see none of that for real. You see him playing a game. You see him listening to the music and singing the little rap vibes. You know what I mean? You see him doing, but you don't know what's in his mind, what he's thinking about. So now, but you don't know what's in his mind is in his semen. So that shit in your semen. And now you're wondering why you woke up one day and you thinking about grabbing a gun. And you're like, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. I never even thought about shooting nobody or shooting a gun. I never even thought about riding a dirt bike. I never even thought about getting on a four-wheeler. I never even thought about bungee jumping. Why all of a sudden now I'm thinking about all this craziness? Because what you are ingesting from him. That's why. From all the dudes that you were sleeping with. And then when you get with someone that's, you done went through all the rowdy ones. So now you get through someone that's settled, that's family orientated, that has his mind on right. See, a man that's out of control of his mental status is a dangerous man. Which means he's a prideful man and he has no control over his emotions. He is a dangerous man to himself and his environment. When you're dealing with a man that makes calculus decisions and think and knows himself and not content with where he's at mentally, but content with the world because the world can't give me shit. The world can't give me another BMW, a Rolls Royce. That shit means nothing to me. Only thing I can do is obtain more knowledge and rewire my brain. When you're dealing with a man like that, now he too fucked up for you. He too laid back. Because I'm used to the rah-rah nigga. I'm used to the BET nigga. I'm used to the Moneybag nigga. Even though the nigga wasn't thinking, I never seen a nigga even think of like Moneybag. I never even see him, but I never even see him move or act or talk like Moneybag. He listens to his music, he does this, that, and the third, but he's thinking he's him. All these hoes get on their knees, eat my gun. I'm gonna make it rain and he ain't got nothing to make it rain, but in his mind, that's him. And he's smashing you to that. He's smashing you to that. And next thing you know, because you've been dealing with these no good intellectual ass niggas that has no self-discipline, you're like this. And then when you meet somebody that you say, you know what? I can have a child with him. I can have a family with him. I can lay down and actually grow into my womanhood. It's harder for you to be the nurturing woman to him because you got all that shit up in you. And for a woman from a man to a woman, and for when a woman get a boy, It's hard for him to be a man to you because the nigga done laid up underneath his mother. He don't know how to deal with adversity. So the shit that you telling him to do as a man is foreign to him. It sounds good, but I could go somewhere easier. See, niggas that cop out and stay with their mom and, yo, I mean, fuck that, I don't gotta stay here. I could go to my mom's house. Those weak niggas. The nigga that say I'm 10 toes down, bait, what we need to do so we can get this shit right? What am I doing wrong so we can get this shit right? That's a difference. See, real men already challenging themselves to make sure they doing their shit right. Real men already challenging themselves. I don't need nobody else to come in, the person that's supposed to inspire me, to make me be better. I don't need you to come in and challenge me and ridicule me. We already challenging ourselves. You can tell by the status that we at. Independent, self-sufficient, can teach his children, and enlighten and inspire others to be better for themselves. See, I like to judge people on how they act, not how they treat themselves, how they affect the environment and those that are around them. How do you feel when you finish talking to this individual? How do you feel when this individual come around? Red October, baby. We ungrateful, selfish, and it's coming to a head. It's coming to a head. We don't know when. We don't know what type of. We don't know how to judge each other when it comes to what we want. See, what we internally not want is not what we are expressing externally. You know how somebody say, "Oh man, I want to go work out in the gym," but they don't express that externally. They still sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Huh? Those are the people you must watch, because those people do not grow. They just say beautiful words that make them sound good. Just like our own brothers and sisters that have mastered the tongue of this English language, this draconian language, to sit there and make my brothers and sisters believe that they themselves are not responsible for their own intellect. See, I lay the onus on your fucking self. I put it right back at your feet. You are responsible for your own growth and development. You are responsible for your own growth and development when you reach a certain age. Children are innocent, but you are responsible as an adult. That's what you are. Instead of looking at another person to tell you about your liver, pancreas, your heart, your lungs. Tell you about how you should be a better man or a better woman when you in a relationship with someone that you didn't have a problem with in the beginning before y'all started fucking. That's all we hear around us. That's all you hear. All of a sudden there's such a problem. And we don't know where the real problem lies at. The reason why so many problems between men and women, or everyday men and women that are walking the neighborhood, walking the streets, motherfuckers on welfare, niggas making $20,000 a year or less, and they got issues and talk about you broke. Now what type of shit is this? Now you tell me that ain't mental illness. Motherfucker on welfare, I'm on welfare, and I'm making $20,000. Are you broke? Are you broke? Are you broke? Are you broke? Nigga, that's mental illness. What's wrong with you? That's the only thing we can do with one another. You living in the same fucking block than I am. You going to the same gym I'm going to. Where are you going to? What you gonna do? Oh, you broke, you broke, you broke. Nigga, you dumb. You dumb. Stupid, foolish, and a walking dead, which means you are dangerous. When you dumb, stupid, foolish, and mentally dead, which means you are the walking dead, which means you are even more dangerous than the average white person that I speak to. Talk to me, Kala. You are more dangerous than the average white person that I talk to. Red October. This is where we at with it. Red October. I value my people. I sincerely do. But I tell y'all see what's happening around the planet. You go look at Mr. MB33 videos. I haven't been screen recording and showing any videos because, like I said, even though I may not be on these social media platforms, I'm in communities, I'm in neighborhoods, wherever I go at, and I'm out in the street with me and my man Kenny. You know what I mean? Street View TV. I'm out there. I'm out there. And I you don't understand the people that I have encountered on a day-to-day basis. On a day, I have never seen white people look at me the way that they have ever looked at me in life, my people. Not even just white people, other races of people. That I'm sitting there out on the streets talking about the difference of our anatomy. There was a nurse, a retired nurse practitioner that was out there on Friday. And I was telling, she was like, I didn't know this, but she said, I didn't know this, but I thought about it. It always been in my heart. And now in the way that you are explaining it, she said, can I take a picture with you? Fuck is going on? Can I take a picture with you? Huh? I have never seen them look at me the way. They look at me totally different. I remember when they used to look at me back in the day, oh, look at this thug, look at this gangster, look at this nigga. Now when they look at me, it's totally different. Especially when I'm out in the community and I'm talking. Look at, I'm like, how you doing today? Yes. Don't expect nobody to respect somebody that don't respect and value and love themselves. And that's a fact. Red October. Red October. Red October. And everybody else, you can get mad at me all you want. But this coming down to genetics. I promise you. Listen, Mother Universe, get me up out of here. If this right here that we are going through right now, this has everything to do with genetics. Everything. And it always has been. Red October. Huh? Everything to do with genetics. This always has been about genetics. Every bit of it. And this right here is everything right now. When they say the revealing, the age of Aquarius, the revealing, it's about genetics. We're going to see who's who very shortly on this planet. And we seeing them now. It ain't like we ain't seeing it now. It's not like we ain't seeing it now. Hey, Danny, how you doing, my sister? Abundance to you. I got to give Danny her props, man. She always come out there with me. She see me down Center City. She always come down. She always share love. You know what I mean? She always come down, high vibes. Much appreciation and value. 10:26. I got to go in here and take a nap. I got to go in here and take a nap, my people. I done got all energetic up here on this. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me go in here and let me see what's up with this. You got my brothers and sisters. You got my brothers and sisters over in Africa having neurological issues. Talk about there is something going on over there. Not the fact that somebody literally allowed my people, I don't want to say allowed, but their parents allowed them to sit there and get drugged up. Y'all know what that was. Y'all know what that was. This is why all this is coming back. You have the slightest idea what's coming back. What goes around comes around. And if y'all don't know that, if y'all listen, let me just say this to y'all. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna go on the crib and show you this sun blood weather update thing. But let me just say this to y'all. For everybody that be always talking about karma gonna come back and get people, karma gonna come back and get people, where was the karma at for motherfucking Christopher Columbus? Where was the karma at for Abraham Lincoln? Where was the karma at for Thomas Jefferson? Where was that karma? You know who getting karma? We are. Y'all keep thinking this shit is about them. This shit ain't about them. This is about us. You keep thinking it's about them. You know who we are. We are. They living comfortable. Now, granted, they're going to get the karma at the end. You understand? But the whole time, who's been getting karma? James Merriam Sims? He lived a beautiful life. They even got a fucking statue by him. Huh? Alfred Charles Kinsley? Got a university about him. Sex and zoologist. Seriously? Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln? They got movies about these people. Where's the karma? Huh? The only one getting karma is us. Y'all don't see it? Our people are so fucking crazy. Hey, listen, children, please. I just say children. Just children. If you listen to half of the things these people be trying to, these people want to be mystical. These people want to be prophets. These people want to be Muhammad, Jesus, Yahshua. These people want to be them so bad. They can never look themselves in the mirror and say, yo, I'm happy with being me. These people want to be, our people want to be the next ISIS, the next Assar, the next Haru. These people, they just can't be, yo, I'm me. And all of them lives and dwell within inside me. And I dwell and live within them. That's why they were able to do what they were able to do, because I was with them. And now I'm able to do what I'm able to do because they are also in me. But it's me though. You can just hear some of the shit, the mystical stuff that goes on with our people, children. It's out of fear. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to call it what it is. It's out of fear. People are in fear to be who they are. People are in fear to really love and value and appreciate themselves. And if we did that, guess what, children? You wouldn't be consumers. You wouldn't be the football players. You wouldn't be on TV. You wouldn't be looking on TV to be a slave for another species. You would actually love and value and appreciate yourselves and want to get back with your brothers and sisters. See? But again, like I said, even to the eukaryotic cell, you call me racist, call me hatred, do whatever you want. It's all good. I value and appreciate you. Without you, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I needed to get here. I needed to fall. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to fall in order to get up. But see, the only thing about it, some of us fell on our knees and landed on our face. And some of us fell and just fell directly backwards. And we could still see the sky. So that way we were still able to rise. See, some of us fell on our knees and fell directly on our face. Some of us fell and some of us fell flat down. We didn't even get to our knees. You know how some motherfuckers just go straight on landing on their face. And then some of us fell backwards. And we hit our head on the ground. And guess what? We were still able to look up. And guess what we did? We pulled ourselves the fuck up. We didn't ask somebody to help us up. We got up ourselves. And when we got there, some of the ones that we even helped to get up from where they at, they'll be the ones that turn around and try to attack you now. They be the ones that try to attack you now. You see? Oh, you teach a motherfucker how to fish and now he want to take over from you. That's how dangerous. What's up, my brother? How are you? That's how dangerous our people are. Our people are worse than a white man. White man ain't no issue no more. The eukaryotic cell ain't the issue no more. He got bigger problems. They trying to kill each other off. You see? They trying to cause an earthquake on the planet, which you don't know. They're trying to cause an earthquake on the planet, an uproar. And it's coming. But get ready for the show. Get your smoothies ready. Hope you exercise. Hope you exercising. Hope you got your lungs. Hope you got your lungs, open up. You know what I mean? Your pathways. So that way that you can, in case you have to get 10 toes down and gotta move your feet, because it's happening. It hasn't happened in America. And the reason why they showing you a lot of this shit and the things that's going on over in Giza and Israel right now and Russia and shit is because they already bring it to America. They great bring it to America. We haven't had it yet. So what you do is you get a bunch of people, have that cortisol flowing all through their body, flight, fight, or freeze. And then when shit hit the fan, guess what they're going to do? Slaughter and murder each other for the most part. Not all of us. I value and I appreciate each and every last one of you. Have an amazing, supreme, cosmic day. Woman, child, and man, cosmos and earth, eternal light. Each one, reach one. This is how we grow. I see you, my brothers and sisters. Protect yourself at all times with knowledge, sunlight, chlorophyll, distilled water, and 3D human free. Kalama'at Amunra. God, gene for life. Sunblood, sunblood, sunblood. I am not black. Yizzo. It's not about one love. It's about whole love. Peace, abundance to you all.